this? Oh, here you go. They're back for year 3, everybody. Maze Runner's back for year 3.
Our family.
New venue, man.
New venue, brah.
I'm digging it.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks, yeah. It's a new children's museum. So we pay them, and then that money goes to making kids smile at a museum. You know.
Continue to be the best person.
I love your enthusiasm.
Project Smile.
Come on now. So do you guys want to say anything before we go into any questions? No?
Go right.
Let's go into the
Yeah,
questions.
no.
You guys are
It's all about
veterans.
right
You
now.
know what's
Yeah.
up. Who has a burning question in the straight up right there? Go
Straight
for it,
up.
darling.
I'm really nervous because I don't like to talk in front of people. but
Me neither.
I'm asking for my niece because she's my favorite person in the world, and you guys are her favorite people in the world. If I donate a smile, will you take a picture with her after the panel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was very sweet.
We could
You're
do it.
so sweet.
Yeah. By the way, she
Raise your
Hi.
hand.
Hi.
Hello.
Everyone look.
Hello.
she has spent. I won't even get a number. You've been here for 5 years. You and your mother have been here for 5 years at Nerd HQ. You've supported us every single year. You two alone have probably given, I would say at least 50 children a new life. So thank you so much. They are wonderful people. Thank you. And thank you, Don. Who has the next question? Right there on the aisle.
Hi, Dylan
Hello.
and Ki Hong. I was wondering if you gave the other Gladers any advice for running for this movie.
No, I think me and Ki Hong are the hardest on ourselves about our legs.
Yeah.
That sounded so
We had
weird.
enough trouble ourselves. They kind of picked it up really quick, though. I mean, it's not that difficult.
Basically, so
Move
I
your legs.
I actually obnoxiously, looking back on it now, I'm like, oh man, that was stupid. You know, I took everyone aside because I was trying to be very serious, and I was like, all right, guys, so running, left, right, left, and they looked at me like, you know, I'm like, no, it's not. This will help when you're out there, and you know, so that's what it was.
That's good advice.
That's solid advice. Rob.
Leading
Thanks,
man.
buddy.
everybody.
Yeah.
Next, yes, right here, right there. You were super quick. I mean, you know, you do fast hands.
Hello, thanks for being
Hi.
here. I'm
Hello.
Robin. So I love the Maze Runner series. It's so great, the movies and the books. Woo! I'm also a huge Breaking Bad fan, so Giancarlo Esposito. Like, oh my goodness, you're amazing. So my question is, I geek out about you guys. What do you geek out about? Like, if you were gonna camp out all night to see something, the Mets! A long-suffering Mets fan, I know.
Hey, yeah, it's my bio. Whoa. Okay, yeah.
Anyway, so that was for the whole panel.
So I think the Mets for you. We were clear on that.
Yeah, this was my answer. Mets and movies and my friends.
I like.
Ki-Hong?
I like pizza.
I like Star Wars. The originals, and yeah, I'm a big fan of
Good
that.
one, the good one.
And motorbikes, I like that too.
Oh, me.
Oh, you.
I probably like anything Batman. I love everything Batman. Batman.
Flash Gordon.
Sweet.
Flash Gordon.
I'm with TBS there. I'm a Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a Zachary Levi guy,
Nice.
but I'm also majorly geeking out. I love Game of Thrones so much, and Star Wars. And I got to tell a quick thing. Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time, and I promised my oldest son that when he got into high school, he could watch it. So we're gonna rewatch the whole thing starting in 1 month.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's some good father-son time.
That's right.
So this is how you kill people.
This is how you make meth.
With a chicken restaurant.
It's about distribution. It's about business.
Next
Productivity?
question, right down there in the front. I saw your hand first.
Hello.
Cool.
Hi.
Cool jersey.
Thank you. First off, Dylan, words cannot describe how much I love you.
Oh my God.
Honestly, words can't describe. I admire you. You're my hero, and I love you so much.
Oh, sweet.
Anyway, my
Thanks.
question is for you. How much?
What a
Sorry.
surprise.
Well, that would have been such a funny transition. Like, my question is for Giancarlo.
But my question is, how much of Thomas have you gained in your personal life from making these movies?
Deep. Yeah, that's deep, yo. Yo, Thomas, man.
Yo,
Let's talk about him.
it's meta shit, bro.
Oh, man.
Did you? No,
What's funny is, like, I saw when I, like, laugh and, I'll need a breath, I'll snort sometimes, it happens. But to do it into the mic, that timing, that's crazy. I think my favorite thing about Thomas is, and thank you so much, too, for being so sweet. I've always admired him, and I admire that kind of person, and someone who's courageous, which is it's a separate and different thing from bravery, anything like that. It's because it's showing bravery in while still being just as fearful as everyone else around you. You know what I mean? In spite of fear, you still overcome that. And I think that's what I've loved playing about him and playing someone like that, a hero like that, like a real true a person hero, a human person. Someone who doesn't have it all. He's just like everyone else. And so I don't know. I mean, I'd love to sit back and be like, so yeah, now I'm a total hero in real life. But that's not the case at all. And it's not. I'm terrible. I'm not a good, I'm not a perfect person. It's about striving to be, like the ones you admire. And I admire Thomas, so I don't know.
Good answer. Yeah. Let's go into the back. You're standing already as if I've already called on you. Are you psychic? With the red head and the goggles. And a tiara. No, I'm sorry, a toga. They're two very different things. Continue, I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Molly. Oops, sorry. I do have a question, but is it possible for the Gladers to say happy birthday to my friend Violet? Yeah, if the camera guy could just switch.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, just me. Happy birthday to you.
Aren't you glad you asked?
Happy birthday, Violet.
Dear Violet. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. Oh, okay.
That.
I do have a real question, though.
Oh, well, no, that was
time.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so my question is that a lot of the YA movies now, they have a various artists' soundtrack. So if you could pick one artist to sing a song for your... Who's laughing? Or to sing a song for your character for the movie, who would you pick?
John Paisano, that's all that matters.
Yeah, our composer.
That's yeah.
He kills it, man. He kills
Right.
it. Yeah.
That was the guy who composed The Maze Runner and is composing the second film as well.
Very different than what you're asking, but
But I think a solid answer nonetheless. And you also got a happy
Plug.
birthday out of your question, so we're good.
I just...
Thank you, though. Sorry. Let's go. Back there, all the way in the back. Yes, you. Yes, the stunned one. Oh my God, he called on me. I can't believe it.
So my question is, how does it feel to go from such a small, intimate cast with The Maze Runner to a larger cast with the Scorch Trials?
Guys.
It was tough for me. As you all know, I had a cameo in the first film. It was tough for me to work with all these other... I was very intimidated by Giancarlo, and but it worked out. All right, you guys actually answer.
It is tough because you want to give everyone their own, all the characters their own, their own little like scene and their own moments. So it's difficult to juggle that, but we have such a really fun cast in this one. You want to, do as best you can to make sure that, each person sort of stands out and has a unique kind of, sort of stamp on the movie and an importance in the story itself. So, we do it best we can, and we'll see in September if we've done that.
And would any of the actors care to weigh in on that? Well, I guess. I guess really the three of you. The three of you.
Ow.
Well, we knew that we're such a tight knit group already, and we were nervous that we were having like new additions to the group, and I'm sure they were nervous too. But I feel like we tried to be open, and I feel like we just added on more members to our family, and so hopefully that comes across on the screen too. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe not.
Forget everything you just said.
No, it does come across. You guys have been incredibly generous. For people who've done a movie together and been in the trenches together to welcome, especially Rosa and myself, the way you have, we felt like members of the family from the beginnings. No attitude, nothing but sharing and good stuff.
It's all love, baby.
It's all love, baby.
Dylan, words cannot express what I feel for you.
I think those words did.
They might, actually.
We have a very family-oriented thing going here, and it's really cool because I think, especially for franchises nowadays, like it's even rare to have the same director for 2 movies. You know what I mean? Like, and we have. It's this core group that we have, and we all love each other really genuinely, and it's just so cool. And
it's amazing to work like 17 hours with people and then
and
get
you still
off
like
and
them.
then hang out with them for
Right.
17 hours.
How crazy is that?
Wes,
It's
you're
actually psychotic.
gonna direct the 3rd movie, right?
Say it.
Possibly.
Don't do
That's
that.
enough to get out of West, actually. That means a yes.
I need some kind of tease.
Okay.
You will.
Maybe.
Next question.
Depends on how you guys like the next one.
Let's go. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to you with the flowers around your head. Because they're such pretty flowers.
Hi, so I wanted to say before I ask my question, I wanted to say a huge thank you to James Dashner. I loved your novels so much that I'm writing my senior thesis on them.
Wow.
So I was really inspired.
Woo! Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That means the world to me. You're welcome, and thank you.
Thank you. My question is to all of the cast members. I know that you all do film and television, so I was wondering what the most challenging part is transitioning between film, like larger projects like this, and TV, and what's most different about it.
I would say for me, the thing that's most different in terms of getting into a character is that you have, in TV, you have a whole season to learn about this person and get into it. With a movie, you have if you're lucky, like a few months, and you sort of have to do your homework like really hard before you get there, and then you can just live with it. When you do TV, it's sort of like episode by episode. You can sort of fine tune it. With a movie, you really just I have to like come in knowing who I am.
There's also a huge timing difference. Television, you're doing 6, 7 pages a day. In television, in film, you're doing 1 or 2. I find there's more breathing room in film. It's a larger canvas to tell a larger story, and I think it's a much more delicate way of fashioning a visual story. For me, film is the medium I believe that I'm most comfortable in outside of the theater. Television is just escalated in its timing, so you can't live and breathe, in a human way. You're at a breakneck pace. So it's nice to be in. For me, it's nice to be in film and really have a chance to investigate something in a timely and very a delicate fashion.
Thomas?
Yes. I would agree with that exactly.
Next.
Great. Good job.
No, I mean, the television does generally run at a much faster pace, and it's nice to be able to give time to a certain scene and be able to dedicate having more time on your hands when you're making a movie. It's a much
story,
more
too.
pleasurable experience, and it gives you.
It's not a 60-minute episode or a 45-minute.
No,
episode.
you've only
You
got
have longer time.
What, 2 hours ish
Right.
to tell a whole arc, not just one character, but multiple characters, all within that time zone. So it flies at a faster rate when you edit it all together, but when you're actually on set, you go much slower and you're able to think about things a lot more. Both enjoyable though.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for standing throughout this whole time that we were answering this question. That's amazing.
I hope you're not blocking anybody behind you. there could be people trying to.
She is.
Nice.
Say you're sorry.
They were very patient with you. They haven't even
sorry.
Turn around.
You might want to have a seat. You might want to have
Kiss
a seat.
her on the lips.
What?
And you're still
Your
standing,
sister?
even if I said, please maybe have a
Do it.
seat.
Just ditto everything they said. I think for me, I like both. TV goes a lot faster, like they said. Film goes a lot slower. I like film sometimes because I get to just marinate in a character for a long time. Sometimes I want to change the pace and I want to go quicker, and I like TV, so I like both.
Dylan. You should. Of course you should.
Yeah, it's you know, I'll point out a funny similarity that we have going is these movies for us, they go pretty quick. They are not the typical film where you get to do these 1-2 pages a day. We got to shoot pretty quick, almost
They
like
are
a
a pretty
TV show.
small movie, yeah.
It's
Trying to do a
not
lot.
exactly. You know, it's a very ambitious schedule, and so it's something that we always kind of as a group together always like, you know, we're always aware of it. We're always having to overcome that, and we're always feeling proud of that too. Because to make a movie of this scale in the time that we do it, and it's not easy, and like, God damn it, man, you're the best.
Thanks, Dylan.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give numbers, but the idea that these both movies, the first movie and the second movie combined, are less than most movies for their first movie. You know what I mean? So the fact that these guys are able to do so much with so little, you know, it's good for us. It means we can take chances. You know, it's profitable for the studio. It's a very important thing for us, for me personally, as a goal to, you know, do more with less, basically.
Yeah, which should be a more reoccurring theme, I think.
Just really quickly, since the first movie took place in essentially one location, what is the difference in the time spent making the first movie versus the second movie, which I only know of from the trailer, but looks like it's clearly far bigger?
Well, that's the thing going in, is like we knew going in that we wanted this movie to be freaking epic. You know, we wanted it to be really big, bigger than the first one. And obviously in the first one we had one location for the most part. It was the Glade, you know, and a little bit in the maze, and that one last location on the stage in the Wicked Labs. But in this movie, I wanted it, for me, talking about Star Wars, I wanted it to be my Empire Strikes Back. You know, I wanted it to be this movie that just traveled through all these amazing landscapes and different locales, and it just opens up. You know, I love the kind of movies that live beyond the screen. You know, so you can imagine a world kind of like with Brenda and Jorge, and that you can imagine a whole story for just them alone. You know, and we tried to bring that into the scenes themselves and into the worlds that we create around them. So the kinds of locations we go to, for one, they're just so vastly different than the first one. We're not in these kind of lush green, you know, stone walls anymore. We're in this, you know, sand-filled, rusty, scorched world. It's a very different palette this time. So we get to really kind of have a lot of fun with these different locations, while at the same time still following the same kind of thread of the story and the emotion that we set up in the first one. So it's cool. It feels like a continuation, but at the same time, it feels like a new discovery, you know?
How long did it take to make the first movie?
So the first movie, we shot it, I think, in 43 days, which is about 8 weeks, I think, something like that. And then the next movie, we spent about, I think 58 was our last thing. So, you know, we went up in terms of, you know, the first one, thanks to you guys, was a success.
Yeah.
You know, it was actually the studio's most profitable movie that year, you know, because of the fact that we're such a lower budget. And so they gave me a little bit more to play with this time.
Yes.
So we got,
congratulations.
You know, and time is everything, you know, and so all of our scenes are way bigger this time, you know. It's really fantastic. I'm a huge fan of obviously Spielberg and those guys, and what they do so well are these really elaborate, you know, orchestrated set piece scenes that go on for just, you know, they're like these amazing little visual ballets, you know what I mean? And in the last movie, all we could really afford were these little 2.5 minute, you know, sequences. But here, we've got like 8-9 minute sequences that just keep you on the edge of your seat the entire time, and it's really fun. It's a great roller coaster ride.
I have never seen you more excited
I
on
know.
a Nerd really great panel.
By the way, too.
Never seen you.
By the way, I mean, when we're making these movies, this man, out of anyone, this man is 24/7 on it, right? That's the director's job. He stays with it. We'll all be on it for however long we shoot, right? But he's with it 6 months before, 6 months to a year after, you know. And this man, like, he does not stop thinking about the film. And it's something that's just genuine and inside of him. It's his passion, you know. He just loves to think about it. He's always clicking. He's always working. He is our leader, and it's amazing.
All for you guys.
It's all for you.
It is tough, but I gotta say, like, as hard a work as it is, I mean, we're still editing. I mean, I just left the composer, like, you know, before I got on a plane to come here. We're still working on the movie, but you know, it's the amount of commitment that these guys and Rosa and Teresa and everyone has, Akaya has. It's like, I want to do right by them. I want to make them proud, you too, you know, because they put so much of themselves into this thing and deliver so much to us. I think it's important, you know.
That's how we feel, man.
That's how we feel, though.
That's so fun.
Yo,
We
that's
had
great.
a meeting early on about Wes wanted us to. He has like a binder this thick of like each shot basically, and we came into his office and he's like, I just want to explain this one sequence, and his feet didn't hit the floor one time. He was like, and there's a poof, and then you're gonna go down, you're gonna slide down, and it's gonna come, and it's gonna be
speak
great.
in sound effects.
And then we're all just like. And that's how he is on a day-to-day basis. You know, he's like a gifted artist. He's a gifted director. He's just an all-around cool dude who is so incredibly passionate about this job.
Thanks.
You gotta rip the camera out of his hands. That's what you want in your director.
This has quickly become the West Ball love panel.
like
That's
it.
what it's
I know.
become, which I'm fine with.
I want to go get physical with him.
Easy now.
Are you jealous?
Sorry.
I mean, it is live streaming to the
A little
world.
jealous?
We could get great ratings.
I paid them all to say that, by the way. So.
Next question. Next question. I was over here first, so I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna go. You've had a hand up for a little while, I think, right? Yes. Well, that was an honest answer. Maybe, I don't know. I'm non-committal.
My question is actually for James Dashner. Sacrifice and good of the group versus good of the one is really a theme that comes up in this trilogy. And I started reading it before I had children, and I finished it after I had children, and it very much is a change of perspective. And I wanted to ask how your role as a parent, you mentioned your son earlier, impacted your development of the books.
Wow, I've never been asked that before. Good job. Yeah, I definitely think, when I write a book, I never sit down and think, okay, what are the, life-changing themes I'm going to put in this book so that people can talk about how it affected, blah, blah, blah. I always, and I've heard Wes say this many times, my number one goal is to entertain somebody, to help them escape the world for a while. But because I'm the guy writing the books, naturally my life bleeds into the story, and things that are important to me naturally bleed in there. And anyone who's had a child, if they don't murder them, they really come to love them. And
Scorch Trials, September
your kids,
18th.
and I know my kids are watching right now, so hi kids.
Hi.
Anyway, your kids, they just become everything. And the Maze Runner, the whole series, even though it's got all this crazy stuff and all this action and all this twists and turns and stuff, I really have always said it's about friendship and loyalty and sacrifice, like you said. And I just cannot believe, even though there's a lot of very necessary changes between the books and the movies and all that, Wes and his team have just so captured that important message from the books of the loyalty and friendship between these guys. And then, of course, the actors themselves.
It exists off screen, too.
Yeah, you can see, what they keep blabbing about, how much they love each other and they just always want to hug each other. Well, that is very genuine.
Shut up.
Because I was on set and I saw it for myself, and it just totally shows in the actual films. So it's just been an incredible experience.
And I'll come back over here, and I'll go right there in the back corner.
Hi. If you could play, this is for everyone, if you could play a different character than the one you play now, who would it be and why?
James, you want to start with that one?
Yeah, I would have been the guy on the other side of the table. I felt like being on the left side kind of showed my bad.
I think you're right.
Yeah, so that's my answer.
Giancarlo?
Oh, man, really? I'm so happy with my character. I think the guy he starts out, he's conflicted about what to do because he has a vision of where to go. I don't know how to answer your question. I feel just so comfortable in my own skin with this guy because oftentimes in life, as human beings, we have decisions to make. We don't know what the right decision is. I'm so connected to this story and James's work because it's so much really reflects what we're taught through our advertising is to be about the I and the me. And then what we learn in life through our relationships is about the we and the us. And I think Jorge is locked in that when he first has an opportunity in this film to do something that might save him and might save someone he really loves. And then he realizes his humanity should always be about the we and the us. And these messages are so underlying in this work. I would tell you from my ego, Giancarlo, I'd want to be Thomas because I want to be the hero. and I relate to what you said so deeply about your character. It was so real to me. Yes, that's my ego saying that, but I would love to be Thomas because part of all of us wants to be that savior. I know I want to bring people to their best selves. I want to be a part of something that means something, which is why I love this movie. So my ego will tell you it's Thomas, but I feel like I'm really happy with the character I have because he forwards not only my hopes and dreams, but my vision and dream to be a part of a group that is yearning for freedom and survival on a human level. So that's my answer. I don't.
Cool. All right, who thinks?
But I want to be you, brother. I love you.
I love you too, man. I was gonna say Jorge. Who thinks Giancarlo should write a book though?
I was just gonna say. Dude. I mean, right there. I shit you not. I was about to say you should write a book. That's what I was about to say. But whatever.
Amazing,
You're not gonna believe me anyway.
I'm considerate.
We'll remake.
You're very eloquent, my friend. You're very not surprisingly, but you're very eloquent. That was an excellent answer. You should all learn something from that. What about you, Dylan?
You're gonna
no, stop it. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be other than Thomas? Who do you want to be?
Minho.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. I would love it. It's great.
It's true. I always love Minho.
Right?
Yeah.
Minho has always been my favorite ever since I first read the script. Straight up, yo. But I love Thomas.
Yeah, of course.
Brodie-Sangster.
Will and I made a YouTube video about this when we were shooting the first Maze Runner movie, and we both said Newt. We both thought Newt was cool too, like the second in command and all the limp and all that, and
the glue.
The glue that holds the group together. Yeah, I would say Newt.
I think Newt's pretty cool too. I like playing him. He's fun and he's cool. He's relaxed.
You're right.
Yeah, I like him. I always said, yeah, Minho, because he was cool. But actually, I think Brenda's actually really cool.
Yeah, it is.
I think it'd be quite cool to play Brenda. She's cool and like she's much more. My character suddenly becomes the knowledgeable one that passes on wisdom to Thomas, to actually knowing absolutely nothing. And Brenda's actually much more clued up in terms of what the reality of the world is. And there's something, anyone with knowledge and with wisdom and with experience, I think is a captivating character to play. I would say it's probably you now. Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, but to be fair though, you are the wise one in Maze Runner, in the Glade.
Oh yeah.
But then when we go to the Scorch, we're like out of our element.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not our thing. That's not our domicile. You know?
We're like
that's,
out of
that's
our
her
element.
domicile.
Yeah, so we leave it to
that's yeah.
And it's my element.
Exactly.
I was actually gonna say Newt. I like Newt because he just paid me a compliment, so I'm gonna return the favor. I'm also writing a book. And if you take my 2-week seminar, you can learn success for 3 hard payments.
So you guys all think it's so easy to write a book, huh?
Did you scowl because you were like, Hebrews broke a mic? Were you like, oh my God?
I encouraged him to break the mic. I encourage.
You went.
Oh no.
So that was like a supportive.
Oh, that's a supportive.
That's like
oh my goodness. Oh, he didn't. He didn't.
All right, let me bring it back down. I say Newt because he's the voice of reason, and I wish I could be that eloquent. And Brenda's just like very raw, very like a rescue dog or something, and like just very like tenacious and sort of like yeah, and she just like doesn't F around. Where are we right now? We're drinking.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Fuck around. Whoa. She don't fuck around. But I would love to have the ability to be the voice of reason and to be serene and sort of like have a clear head. So Newt.
Until the third one.
Good answer. Good answer.
Thank you.
Right up here in the front. Who can get this lady a microphone?
Hi, just very, very, very quickly. Dylan, you're my favorite actor, and you're so talented, and I admire your work so much. So congratulations on all your success, because you deserve it so much.
Thank you.
My question is for all of you. So the Gladers use a lot of slang, especially in the novels, and I was wondering if you guys can make up a word that they could use a lot, because they use like shank and shuck. If you could make one up, what would it be?
The other end of the mic. The other end.
Handle. I wasn't in the Glade, so I'll leave this to you.
I wasn't either. I didn't make up any of these words, character-wise, and Dylan-wise.
That's kind of a tough one.
Yeah, mushugana.
Nice. What does that mean?
Cattywampus.
You're so serious.
Mushugana.
Did you guys actually? Did you end up making any slang while you were there?
No.
We just used the Glader slang.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
That's all James.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a difficult question to answer. No, don't
No, it's
apologize.
okay.
Please move
Solid
to the back
question.
row.
I just don't know we can answer it in 5 seconds. That's super on the spot.
I know. What's crazy? We got the count.
I know we have a timer.
It's
See,
really
I told you writing a
intimidating.
book is hard.
Dude, he's hella being
He's
Mashugana
so
right now.
buck right now.
You're being hella Mashugana right now, man.
Hey,
Think about it. Life
You
is
guys have a
easy.
fan club in the back.
I will-
Like, yeah, James.
I will say this about it, that I think it's really cool what Wes decided to do with the slang, because something that works in a book, if that had been really prolific in the actual film, it would have really gotten grating and you would have just really hated it. So it was really cool. We just kind of popped it in there a few times, especially from Minho, just to pay tribute to the book. But then it was much wiser to do what you did with bringing it way back.
Yeah, I mean, the one that I keep trying to get back in, and I always liked it, was Good That.
Yes, good
Yeah. Good that.
Good that.
Yeah, I have a lot of people who tell me they've started using that in real life now, so it
Good
kind
that.
of feel cool. It's good. Good that.
Sort of reminds me
Works.
of the Southern sherbet. They say that, sherbet.
Or just bet.
Bet.
Yo,
That's what mine
yo, that's
would.
bet.
Hey, yo, bet.
I'm gonna go right
Mashugana.
back
To Mashugana?
to Mashugana. Miss Mashugana, right there. Yes.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
Hi.
My question is for Rosa and Dylan.
Oh.
I was actually in the Hall H panel, and we got to see the Cranks sneak peek. I was just wondering what you were acting in front of when you did that, because it was pretty good.
Well, for the mouse, it was a laser pointer.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
My funny.
Well,
We
I mean,
Are
We
you
had
gonna-
real cranks.
Is there a
all right?
spoiler alert about to happen right now that you're
there
trying
might be
to
a little
prevent?
spoiler alert.
What's freaking me out is
but
that
there's
he's
also
looking
a
at me. I'm
segue.
detecting the same thing, but I didn't plan on doing any of that.
It's
so I
also
don't know.
kind of a
What's
good
about to come out of my
segue,
mouth.
It's a good segue.
because I mean, you weren't all in Hall H, right?
Who was in Hall H?
Oh.
And why
What, there was
not?
only one person in Hall H? Oh, two people.
Okay, so good note.
Thank
good
you for
note.
coming
Yeah.
back.
So who
But-
wasn't in Hall H?
Come on.
All right, so
now.
everyone
I'm
except for you.
assuming
Okay,
some of these people might want to see that scene, maybe.
I now understand.
the segue.
Is it too early?
No, we can play right now. That's a perfect.
So-
Would you guys like to see a clip?
Here's the thing, guys. It's scary. These are the cranks.
Don't tell them that. Let them be scared by it.
I'm just preparing you because it might be more scary than you think it's
But
gonna.
let's downplay the scary. It might not be that scary.
That's right. It's not. But the big thing is, this is through the movie. We get to see several different stages of cranks. James Scott has the past the gone thing. So these are the really far gone cranks, and it's just a tiny piece of a much larger scene. The thing I was talking about earlier, a much bigger kind of set piece thing. So I guess let's look at it.
Nice.
Yeah.
upset you?
That true emotion on TV upset the hell out of me.
There's a
No
thing
one
on
knows
T-
what that means.
Is that what
but-
they call floating blacks?
There's
Floating
Oh my God.
blacks.
It's an,
Wes is upset.
upset.
Talking about. That's okay. Sorry. What do you guys think?
What you guys think? You like it?
The truth is, we're not actually done yet, but we're moving ahead.
That was terrifying.
Were you
I mean,
scared?
I was terrified.
There's a lot more of that, so it'll be fun.
I hope so. Are you a video gamer, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you played a game called The Last of Us?
No. Not at all. No, it is one of my favorite games.
I felt
That's
like
the thing. And the thing that I love, and what that game kind of was able to kind of, capture was that feeling of lighting with flashlights only.
Yeah.
And that's how he shot that scene. It is lit with nothing but flashlights. And you can't do that with film. You can do that with digital video. And so we worked really hard to kind of come up with a look that was just flashlights, which is really terrifying.
We sort of had a choreographed thing where I would shine it away.
Yeah, we have a
and
half
Dylan
DP
would
credit.
shine it toward me, and so we would be like.
So it just doesn't make it feel fake. It doesn't make it feel like, like almost like a TV show where you have to kind of really quickly light everything from fill and everything. You can just have just the flashlight and the natural bounce that comes off the walls.
It helped us,
It just
too.
makes it feel real and scary, and it makes these scenes, which there's a lot more of these kinds of scenes, it makes them feel real, which is cool.
excellent work. That was a great trailer, man. Or a clip. Not a trailer, but a clip. Yes, I saw your hand go up super fast. You're super fast.
Hi. So my question is for both Ki Hong Lee and James Dashner, and okay.
I'm just honored to be mentioned with Ki Hong Lee.
All the Gladers were named after influential people at that time, and we know from you've said previously that Minho is named for someone in the future. Do you have any thoughts, Ki Hong, on what his who you might be named for and what their accomplishments might be, and James Dashner as well?
You want to go first?
Well, the really disappointing thing is when people find out that the real Minho is my niece's husband.
Oh, I was gonna say it.
Oh. No, I have a very close relative whose name is Minho, and I've always loved that name. But and so people are constantly asking me, Thomas was named after Thomas Edison, and Newt was named after Isaac Newton, and all this stuff. And like, who's Minho named after? And I'm like, well, this story's in the future. It's someone who doesn't exist yet. So what kind of person do you want to be named after?
Well, I just want to start out by saying thank you to the real Minho, because then I wouldn't be here today. So thank you to that guy. I try to thank him
This is a very
as much as
cool
I
name.
can, because honestly, if James Dashner didn't have that close relative, honestly, I could be anyone else, to be honest, And so I thank you, and I thank that guy for creating this opportunity for me and for Asian Americans too. So Minho in the future, in my head, I just kind of created this. He just cured cancer, like all sorts of cancer. That was what I was thinking. Cancer sucks.
Fuck cancer.
Yeah.
Let's just make that canon.
Sweet.
That's how it is.
So who's Brenda? You're like father's new wife or something? I don't know.
That took a turn.
So
we have time for one.
after.
We have time for
Well, Brenda's
one.
different because she wasn't in the maze.
True that.
True that.
Okay, true that. I get you. I
Treat
already,
yourself.
already knew my name.
Treat yourself. We got time for one more question, so make it a good one. No pressure. Oh shit! I don't even know what to do.
You can
here.
reach the heights.
You have been patiently. You've had your hand up for a long time, so it's gonna be you.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Just want to start by saying that you all are phenomenal and you kick ass at acting. Just saying.
Do.
Thank
okay.
you for saying that. Thank you.
And you're an excellent writer. Just.
Oh, I'm an actor too, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay, so my question is for the whole cast, and I just kind of a weird question. If you had to gender swap your character, who would you want to play your character, or who do you think should?
Any other actor or actress?
Yeah,
Not just from the movie,
so-
but like.
So like
To play your character. Yeah. and-
Like Reese Witherspoon could be Thomas. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Who do you think should?
I
play?
see.
We're gonna meditate.
I
I thought you were doing it.
There's your answer.
I'm trying
This
to
is
think.
every day.
Does anyone have one just so I can get more
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
time? If
Give
not,
him,
I'll go.
give him
If not, I'll go.
give him a chance to think about it.
I'll
Does
do it.
anybody have one that popped?
Think about it. Yeah, I would like Salma Hayek to play my character.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Excellent.
Huh?
Is there something about this that you're not getting?
I'll have Angelina Jolie because she's so badass.
Nice. No, that works. Hey.
Who's that one? You go.
I always pictured Thomas as kind of Taylor Swift.
Nice.
He's not.
Yo,
He's not.
T Swift would crush that shit. Yo.
I couldn't be
hear
less
she's actually a
amused.
fan of Maze Runner. That's cool.
She is a
It's too long a leg. She'd get tripped up. It would not work. Well, she's a tall, gorgeous person, and, you know. Sometimes, like
Sure.
I'm like a short, can run, you know, very.
Sure.
What's the guy's name in Grand
Who's on-
Budapest who plays Zero? Come on.
Oh, I know you're saying.
Y'all.
He's also in Dope. Him. He's gonna play my
Tatiana
part.
Maslany there. I'm sorry.
Tatiana Maslany.
Just like what a crazy epiphany I had just now.
It was a great epiphany, though.
That was good.
Yeah.
It was great.
Tatiana
Rosa,
Maslany.
Rosa, I'm a little disappointed that you didn't just say me.
Zach.
Thank you. But which Zach? Braff?
Yeah.
Zach Braff.
Let's be honest. It's Galifianakis.
I was gonna say
it's Galifianakis. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our time with
Wait,
our panelists.
let's have
But-
Thomas say something real quick.
No, what my? I thought I got away with that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, buddy.
I could tell you were trying to eke your way out of it. I'm not going to put the pressure cooker on you.
Thomas.
No pressure, no pressure, no pressure.
To play me.
I did something different.
I don't know who could play me.
James Dashner.
Meryl Streep, maybe.
There you
That's not a bad choice, bro.
Actually, that's not bad.
No, she is a
Yeah.
Brittany
god.
Robertson.
What about a little Jennifer Lawrence?
Ooh. That'd be great.
Go with a fantasy.
You can't cross the streams like
I just said Jennifer Lawrence. This girl is like, no, too sexy. I'm sorry. I go, do you see how sexy that man is? That's done. It's
Girl.
done. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Put your hands together for these guys. Keep it going for your cast, your panel for Maze Runner. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.